Recurring transactions in QuickBooks Online. You know, there's two ways to automate data entry in QBO. That's using bank rules with the bank feeds, right? You can do some automation there, as well as setting up transactions to recur automatically into QBO. I mean, there's also a global setting about invoicing unbilled time, material, expense and creating invoices that way, but most people don't turn that on. So really, in my mind, there's the two. You find recurring transactions, which if you're a desktop champion or you use QuickBooks Desktop a lot, it's basically called memorized transactions, right? And by the way, these do convert from desktop to QBO. We just change the name a little. Gear icon lists recurring transactions. And basically, you can create a recurring transaction for any transaction type except a paycheck, a received payment against an open customer invoice, and a bill payment against an open bill or vendor bill, right? Those three transaction types are not supported to be made recurring, I should say, but almost everything else is. And that's really what you're doing. You're just creating transactions so that QBO will enter them automatically in the interval and the day that you choose. Let's look at this expense, for example, to Amazon. We'll edit it. I had set it up a while ago. This is the template. It's coming out of the American Express account. We're going to have it set for tomorrow's date. So I'll do the 13th. And it occurs weekly. You can make them daily, monthly, yearly. Of course, if you want to do like bi-monthly or bi-weekly, you just do every 2 weeks, or bi-monthly, you do it that way. And you can even choose an end date. And you're literally filling out the form, what payment method, location, class tracking, memo, all this stuff, right? And of course, the line items, including whether they're accounts, categories, or your products and services. QBO will go ahead and enter it for you automatically based on the interval you choose, right? So no mystery really with recurring transactions is a great way to automate data. Now I would like to show on an invoice, there is a checkbox to include unbilled charges, which could be time, material, expense, or delayed charges assigned to a customer. And you check the billable box, right? So you can automate passing that through when the invoice is created, and sales receipts and invoices have an automatically send email option as well. Okay, it's a great one with QuickBooks payments and recurring sales receipts, for example. That's a great way to get money out of somebody's account or your customer, monthly, what have you, and they get a receipt. That's just one example. Some people will use these for bills or checks or rent or what have you, whatever that recurs, and it's the same amount. Now, under the action column, you can duplicate, pause, skip next date, and delete. And if you want, you can also create reminders. Now, there are some related reports. Let's go to reports, and then I'm just going to look for recent. We have this recent automatic transactions report, and they should show up here as well. If we do today, run report, you'll see that 2 invoices were created in a charge, right? And this is from recurring transactions. And that is recurring transactions in QuickBooks Online.